Bonsoir merci. Thank you for tuning in to WDBG TV, Metro Windsor, Detroit.
Live from the far reaches of the North American realm, WDBG presents our new morning show, North America's Rising. Hosted by someone many consider to be North America's sexiest, most voluptuous, amazing, and most esteemed, outrageously satirical, as well as one of, if not the most vocal female broadcast commentators ever to grace the North American airwaves, our WDBG and VNA directress and member of the Independent Press Gallery of Canada. The one and only Amy Suzanne. You and the world been waiting for and really needs to hear. Wake up North America, here's the radiantly gorgeous, as well as quite in the vernacular vocal and intelligent awesome raw Amy Suzanne.
It's already 9 a.m., so time to wake the fuck up, because North America's rising. And right now, right damn now, it's time to get your ass, ears and mind on this here little ride with me, Amy Suzanne. So let's go and let's roll, people.
I'm not one of those cushy studio types, plopped on a velvet chair, strutting like a peacock, hollering, "Hey, look at me."
Good evening, Canada. I'm Amy Suzanne, your unfiltered voice in a nation choking on lies. Tonight, we're tearing into the Liberal Party of Canada. Justin Trudeau, Chrystia Freeland, Mark Carney, Stephen Guilbeault, and their crusade to divide us, control us, and erase the individual spirit that built this country. They're not leaders, they're manipulators, peddling identity politics and judicial activism to keep you in chains. Thomas Sowell saw this coming in Obama's America. Elites who thrive on resentment, who pit race against race, group against group, to cling to power. Trudeau's Liberals have taken that playbook and made it Canadian policy. Tabernacle. Damn it, they're not uniting us. They're fracturing us into 1,000 angry pieces. Black against white, Indigenous against settler, urban against rural, all while they smile and spout diversity. This isn't progress, it's a power grab, and we're calling it out. Let's talk Justin Trudeau, the selfie king with a trust fund and a silver tongue. Sowell warned us about leaders like him, charismatic frauds who hide their agenda behind feel-good rhetoric. Trudeau wasn't governing, he was playing actor and performing. Every tearful apology, every rainbow flag, every scripted speech was a calculated act to distract you from the truth. His policies merely ripped and tore Canada apart. He pushed identity politics to fever pitch, turning you into a checkbox, race, gender, victim status, anything but an individual with rights. Calice, bullshit. He didn't, nor did his Liberal Party crones, give a damn about your dreams or your struggles. He only cared about your vote. His sunny ways were and are a lie, a smokescreen for policies that pit Canadians against each other. Sowell called this the politics of grievance, and Trudeau was the maestro, conducting a symphony of division while the Liberal elite raked in the power, all whilst destroying what individual rights Canadians may have had under a charter that protected governmental rights more than yours. Now, Chrystia Freeland, Trudeau's Deputy Prime Minister, darling of the Laurentian elite. She seemed to have the credentials, Harvard, Rhodes Scholar, but where's the results? Sowell would have seen through her in a second. A self-glorifying, self-centered elitist who thought she's smarter than you, smarter than the market. Her Marxist budgets were a disaster, skyrocketing debt, inflation crushing families, housing costs locking out a generation. Yet she stood there, preaching inclusive growth while Canadians can't afford bread. Damn it, what's inclusive about a $600 grocery bill? Freeland's wasn't saving the economy, she was just saving her image. Her policies rewarded connected insiders, Liberal cronies, green tech grifters, of the Liberal voter donor base while you're left scraping by. Sowell warned about leaders who prioritize ideology over reality, and Freeland's Exhibit A, peddling social justice platitudes while the middle class drowns. She's not your advocate. She was Trudeau's enabler. Canada's now paying the price. Carney now has same damn people who destroyed Canada on his team. Oh, Canada, what millions of duped fools you have for voters. Yup, now, let's look at new PM Mark Carney, the Liberals' imported savior, fresh from the Bank of England and WEF Davos cocktail parties. This here girl, Amy, well, I'll skewer elites who think they can engineer society better than you can live it, and Carney's their poster child. He's not here to fix Canada. He's here to remake it in the image of a commie globalist dogma. Net zero fantasies, sustainable finance, all code for centralized control. Sacramon, goddammit, what idiots Canada's voters were to have elected a Marxist minion of the World Economic Forum and commie China. Carney's green agenda is killing jobs, Alberta's oil fields, Saskatchewan's farms, while he lectures us about climate justice. I'll call that economic and national suicide, as should anyone with just one non-brainwashed working brain cell left as its economic nation destruction, dressed up as virtue. Carney's not your friend. He's a technocrat who'd rather see Canada bend the knee to global elites than thrive as a sovereign nation. His vision isn't Canadian. It's a borderless, bureaucratic nightmare, and the Liberals like lemmings marching to our national death are all in line headed towards a nation-destroying cliff. Their elbows up, no way in hell now gonna save 'em from as they and Canada fall into an abyss of national death and no return. Then there's Stephen Guilbeault, the Greenpeace CN Tower climate criminal activist turned environment minister. This guy's a walking contradiction, shutting down pipelines while jet-setting to climate conferences. This girl's gotta warn ya all about ideologues like Stevie G and his cronies who push policies that sound noble but ruin lives. Guilbeault's carbon tax is a tax on your, and Canada's very survival, on driving to work, heating your home, feeding your kids. Damn it. Y'all need to open your eyes 'cause he's not saving the planet. He's crushing both rural and urban Canada. Yup, destroying livelihoods of farmers, truckers, small business owners, their collateral damage in his eco-crusade. And if you dare question him, you're a denier, a bigot, a threat to the liberal pipe dream Marxist globalist utopia. He's straight up out of Mao's lil red commie textbook trying to build Canada into, but Thomas Sowell. Many of you and I saw this occur in Trudeau's mentor, Obama's America. Policies that punish the working class to appease the elite's conscience. Guilbeault's not fighting climate change, he's fighting you, and the Liberals are cheering him on while Canada's heartland bleeds. Canadians and North Americans wake up, the Liberal Party of Canada is a real crime family, and look what they've even done to Canada's courts. Sowell, Trump, and Americans tore into Obama for appointing judges who made law from the bench, and Trudeau's taken it to another level. He's stacked Canada's judiciary with activists who twist the charter to fit the Liberal agenda. Section 1 of the charter, those reasonable limits on your rights, is their secret weapon. It says your freedom of speech, religion, association can be overridden if the government says it's justified. Tabernacle. Damn it. Justified by who? Trudeau's hand-picked judges, that's who. These aren't impartial arbiters. They're liberal operatives, turning the charter into a tool for identity politics. Hate speech laws silence dissent. Affirmative action pits groups against each other. Sowell warned that judicial activism erodes liberty, and in Canada, it's a full assault on the individual, sanctioned by the Crown's divine right. Let's talk more about their Section 1, weapon, because it's the beating heart of the Liberal betrayal. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms sounds noble, but Section 1 is a poison pill. It says your rights, your God-given freedoms, can be limited by the state if it's demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. Khalees, bullshit. That's not freedom, it's permission. The Liberals lean on Section 1 to justify everything: censorship, quotas, compelled speech. It's the legal embodiment of the Crown's divine right, a relic of monarchy that says the state always comes first. Sowell saw this in Obama's America, government eroding individual rights under the guise of the greater good. In Canada, it's worse. The liberals have weaponized the charter to crush dissent, to elevate group identity over individual merit, and to keep the crown's boot on your neck. This isn't democracy, people. It's just divine right of elitists and feudalism, with a commie twist. Why do the liberals get away with this? Because they've sold you a lie. That Canada's better than America, that our collectivism trumps their individualism. This anti-Americanism isn't about hating the US, it's about hating freedom. Sowell argued that Obama's policies undermined America's core: individual liberty, merit, opportunity. Trudeau's liberals are doing the same, but they've cloaked it in Canadian politeness. They've taught us in schools, in media, in every CBC broadcast, that individual rights are selfish, that the state knows best. Why? Because individual liberty threatens their power. If you're free to think, speak, act without their approval, their whole system crumbles. Asti, damn it, they need you divided by race, gender, class, to preserve the crown's grip, codified in Section 1. The liberals aren't just anti-American, they're anti-Canadian, anti-you. Look at what they've done. Trudeau's Bill C-16, forcing compelled speech on pronouns, wasn't about inclusion. It was about control. Their racial equity programs aren't about fairness. They're about buying votes with resentment. Sowell saw this in Obama's America: policies that reward victimhood, punish merit, and breed division. The Liberals have turned Canada into a pressure cooker. You can't have a coffee in Vancouver, Ottawa, or Toronto without feeling it. Everyone's afraid of saying the wrong thing, of being cancelled, of being judged by their skin or their pronouns. Sacramon Colis, God damn it. This isn't unity, it's fear. The Liberals have poisoned our communities, our schools, our workplaces with identity politics. They've made neighbors enemies, turned opportunity into quotas, and replaced justice with ideology. And every step of the way, they've used Section 1 to justify it, to remind you that your rights are negotiable. And Carney or any of his crew knows no damn better. So what do we do, Canada? We fight. Not with fists, but with truth. We reject the Liberal Party's identity politics and demand to be judged as individuals. We call out their activist judges and demand courts that uphold the law, not rewrite it. We demand an elected, not rubber-stamping appointed Senate, and we expose their anti-Americanism as a desperate ploy to preserve their power. And we never forget, our rights don't come from the Crown, the Charter, Justin Trudeau, and Carney's crew, nor from a bunch of MPs or from a damn king and his crown. They come from God directly to each individual and citizen. Mon Dieu, damn it. It's time to stand up. The Liberal Party wants you to feel powerless, to think your voice doesn't matter. But you're not just a voter or a taxpayer. You're a Canadian, and this country is yours. So rise up, speak out, take it back. This is Amy Suzanne, signing off. In a few minutes, but the fight's just beginning. Let's start loving ourselves and each other rather than divisive poly-speak, liberal commie, globalism, collectivism bullshit, and make Canada free again. Aight fam, we keepin' the vibe high with your girl Amy Suzanne, reppin' that real Detroit energy. Now, let's take a quick detour to big up our dope advertiser, Maison Close. Yo, this ain't just any brand. This is that sexy, high-class French female attire coming straight out of France, hitting y'all with that ooh-la-la fire. Maison Close is all about celebrating the real biological queens, making every curve, every look, every asset pop off like nobody else can. We talkin' all types of dresses that flow and slay, bodysuits that snatch and hug right, tops that got you looking sharp, swimsuits that make waves, and of course, the finest in French lingerie that's straight up luxurious. Every piece is designed to amplify what you bring into the table, your natural beauty, your fire curves, all that makes you you. Whether you're stepping out for a night in the city or keeping it spicy at home, Maison Close got that premium, elegant drip that screams power and sophistication. Slip into their gear and you ain't just wearing clothes, you're owning the whole scene. So, my real ones, if you trying to elevate your style and feel like a straight-up goddess, Maison Close is the move. Cop some and watch how you shine. Aight fam, your girl's gotta bounce for now, I'm ghostin', but in the true language of the D, à la prochaine, till next time. Make sure y'all subscribe and smash that notification bell so you don't miss what's dropping on my next show. We out. Aight fam, we keeping it moving right here with your girl, Amy Suzanne, still holding it down with that real Detroit energy. Now, before we drop this straight-up classic clip from my dude, Charlie LeDuff, let me school y'all on who this cat is and why he's spittin' truth like no other. Charlie LeDuff ain't your average newsroom suit. Nah, he's a Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter reppin' the D, born and bred in the heart of the hustle. His mama was out here slangin' flowers, and his family tree, full of real ones, lighthouse keepers, grinders, and folks who know what it means to put in work. Charlie's been deep in the game, not just talking about the struggle, but living it. Riding with migrants, crossing borders, clocking hours at slaughterhouses, even fixing pipes at American Coney Island. Yeah, that's the kind of dude he is, getting his hands dirty to tell the stories that hit home. Now, let's get into what Charlie says a reporter ought to be. Forget them fancy journalist types who just type and don't look up. Charlie calls himself a reporter for a reason. To him, it ain't about chasing clicks or cozying up to big shots. It's about amplifying the voices of the underdogs, the workin' folks, the hustlers, the ones holding it down when the world's trying to break 'em. He keeps it 100, whether he's exposing crooked politicians or showing love to the everyday grinders. In his book, Work and Other Sins, he paints it raw. Firefighters, barflies, dreamers, all without the sugarcoat. And them viral clips, like that par 3-168 golf joint through Detroit's ruins, that's him showing the world what's really good, no cap. Charlie's proven reportin' ain't just facts, it's heart, it's soul, it's keeping it real for those who ain't got a mic. So fam, get ready, 'cause we about to hit y'all with Charlie's Ode to the Workin' Man clip. This one's for all y'all out there grindin', holding it together, and keeping it solid. Let's roll.
Everybody's got a history. Most everybody comes from nowhere. In every family, there's a cousin no one wants to admit to. We make stories about such people. Detroiters almost exclusively. Working people, most definitely. The dandies and the swells and the connected people we know say we make stories about losers and less thans. But they're wrong. We make stories about people. Our people. People who live in crowded apartments and ranch houses. People who shovel their own snow. And people who shovel other people's bullshit. People with fat aunties who wear stretch pants with stains on the ass. We don't do stories about people who pay doormen to open their door. We do stories about the doormen. We make stories about the laborer, the dreamer, the hustler, and the immigrant, whether he's a writer from Michigan or a waiter from Michoacan. When the cocktail set tells us they enjoy our cast of losers, we never mind them. We just smile and drink their liquor because they don't know what work is.
You know what I hear a lot? Charlie LeDuff newsman, I thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I'm doing the news, the real news, right here, the No BS News Hour. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Facebook, Odyssey, or download it wherever you get your podcasts. Power the people.
No, you may not drive a great big Cadillac. against the white wall. TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white wall, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, begin the scene with a gangster lady. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, begin the scene with a gangster lady. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, begin the scene with a gangster lady. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, begin the scene with a gangster lady. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, begin the scene with a gangster lady. Ooh.